perfect and pursue. Here's what we want to encourage you to do, and I'm just going to tell you as a friend and as a coach, right? This is not a lecture, this is not a presentation, this is just me talking to you one-on-one. Perfect the leader of today, right? If you're walking the floor but you know you could do it more, do it more. If occasionally you ask questions like, yeah, I do that when I'm not too busy of your team, perfect that by asking them more regularly. Do the things that need to be done now. Do time tracking. Jump into time tracking with a fervor. 2 weeks, figure out where your time really goes. And then start time blocking. And then look at the things that you can pull out of your calendar. Let me give you an example of something that had to come out of my calendar. Golf. For the longest time, Tony will tell you, I used to play Fridays because I would coach Monday through Thursday, right? Fridays I'd play golf. It was a good life. But what was happening was I was sort of living retirement too early. We've all done it. So I gave that up. I only play what I like to call tournament golf now, which is I play poorly in tournaments twice a year, right? Tournament golf. Yeah, it has different meaning for me. But I couldn't devote the time to it. And now, as we have signed an agreement with a literary agent, because of my team, Todd Mosetter came along beside me and helped me bring the project to a point where we can now bring this book to the market in 12 to 18 months. And the literary agent tells me the thing that I would most like to hear. He said, yeah, I got to tell you, I think this is an airport book. And I'm like, yes, it's an airport book. I've always known it was an airport book. I love that he sees that. That's awesome. My vision is real again. I want you to stay connected to your vision. So we're going to pursue the vision while perfecting the leader that you are today. Does that make sense to you? We're going to identify your high payoff activities. What are the things that only you can do that yield you the greatest results that can't be delegated to somebody else? Your low payoff activities that you're going to identify through time tracking, we're either going to delegate those to someone else, right? Building up that leadership group around you, or find a system for it. Drew had a breakout yesterday, some of you were in it, where he was talking about some of the efficiencies, some of the systems that can help you. In my breakout, the By Noon Effect, you heard about some of the things like SaneBox and Evernote, and there are systems that can help you. So the high payoff activities. One of the things that we've learned in the brain science about this whole process is just write down the 3 letters AIM, A-I-M, AIM. What it tells us is that what we attend to maintains, that's what helps us to maintain our focus, by attending to the things that matter, inhibit the things that are pulling us away. In my case, it was golf. For you, it could be ESPN or Facebook or QVC, right? Yeah. So we're attending to the things that matter. We're inhibiting the things that pull us off track. And then the M stands for working memory. We want to keep in working memory the thing that we're about to create here. We're about to create a 1-page business plan for you that is exactly the thing that will remind you day in, day out, as the world blows up around you, as the chaos comes towards you, as you move away from Covey's quadrant 2, right, and you move more into the urgent. This is the thing that's going to pull you back and say, nope, this is what I'm doing. This is who I'm becoming. This is where I'm going. And I want to encourage you to finish strong. Write down those 2 words, finish strong. Guys, Monday is your enemy. You're going to go home, and Monday is going to blow up. It's some universal law after you've been to an event like this. It's going to blow up. And you're going to say, it's not possible, I can't do it. You can do it. You can do it, but recognize this person, we need to perfect, make you better, create margin. If you can begin to create some margin in your current role as a leader, it creates the very opportunity for you to pursue the vision of the leader that you will become. That's the process here. That's the process here. Go to page 100 in your books. Some of you have done this before. For many of you, this is the first time. In either case, I'm going to fly you through it because the process is easier than you think. So let me just show you. This is what you see overall here. And the thing that just jumps out at you, of course, is the circle in the center. The circle in the center is your theme or focus. Mine, in my business plan, would be white collar warrior diversification into other industries. That's what it would say. Does that make sense? That's my focus. That's what I'm doing with my business plan right now. Yours is going to say something different. It's unique. It's yours. We're going to have an opportunity as you work here. Coaches are in the room. Bring them over. Use them to sharpen you. And then there's an actual gift that we're going to have you do where you're actually going to sharpen each other with your business plans. So this is just a quick flyby. If I can show you the top section here on just the outcomes and the goals. Let me give you 3 examples. Okay, so an outcome or a goal might be, I want to increase my 4th quarter production by 10%. We are a life planning team. Get your whole team involved in life planning. Watch what happens. Watch what happens to focus, to vision, to fitness, to relationships. Coaches, every coach in the room can tell you, we've had coaching sessions with you where you tell us, yeah, she's a great employee, but gosh, I look over and she's on her phone all the time because I know she's going through a divorce. Yeah, he's fantastic. He's great, but man, he comes in late and gosh, we can tighten that stuff up by helping them through the life planning process to get a more holistic approach to their life and their business. Number 3, we want to fill 2 open positions on the team. Just examples. I just want you to see what it could look like. The second slide that I want you to see here is the center. So you've got your theme now. Let's say that it's develop leadership capacity. Okay, I'm going to do that with weekly one-on-ones. Monday afternoons, I'm going to review my life plan and business vision daily. I'm going to meet with 1 client a week. I'm going to read 1 book summary a week. Huge fan, by the way. You'll notice that says summary. Yeah, Cliff Notes. It's a good thing. Team meeting every Wednesday morning. 4 hours of on time every Friday afternoon. You heard Daniel talk about on time. It's from Stephen Covey, who wrote the 7 Habits of, Michael Gerber, who wrote the E-Myth, and the E-Myth Revisited is the most recent version. What he's saying is, rather than working in my business, I'm working on my business. That's where the term came from, so I'm working on my business. If you'll have something along those lines, that's the way to develop into a leader, instead of constantly just being on the hamster wheel of reactivity. Okay, and then the improvements of the projects, 3 great examples. I'm going to complete my life plan by October 1. I'm going to complete my 2016 business plan by November 15, and I'm going to complete my 2016 Q1 business plan by November 15. This sounds good. Every coach in the room will tell you the same thing. That has to hit your calendar. And by the way, once you've got these kind of projects and improvements, guess what happens to your on time? These are the very items that will show up in your on time. You don't come to on time and go, well, okay, let's see. I'm open now. What am I going to work on? Huge mistake. Come in with a specific reference for this is the thing I'm going to knock out today. If it were me, I would have a reward at the end of it. Maybe it's a Frappuccino. For me, it literally is hitting balls at the range. I can do that in a half hour, right? I don't have to take 5 hours out. Find a reward for you. That's the way I would coach you to make this happen. The beauty of this process, can we go back to the full business plan? 2 or 3 slides back. Once you have this document, I just want to tell you the magic of this is probably best illustrated by a guy that I coach. He was a former Division I football player, came into coaching, highly disciplined. When he laid this out, he said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up at 4:30 every morning, and I'm going to review my life plan, my business vision, and my business plan. And he said, for me, what that does is it's like it creates this set of lenses that I view my day through. And that impacts the choices and the decisions that I make. That's the way to use these documents. Don't come here. Don't invest the time, the travel, the notes you've taken, and not do this next part. It would be like sitting down at the 5-yard line. Let's finish strong. Let's get you across the finish line, okay?